So first off, I want to say that losing weight does not necessarily make you happier or boost your body image. And to be quite honest, it can actually lead to challenges and changes in your relationships with friends, loved ones, coworkers, and even how you're perceived in society. Some people experience like an immediate positive mental and emotional changes and have little impacts on their relationships. But other people need more time and support, and their loved ones need time to adjust to the new you essentially. Um, and it takes time for your mental it takes time for you to mentally catch up with your body after such an extreme change. I've written about my own challenges with body dysmorphia. And if you do struggle with that, I strongly suggest that you speak with a professional, but also know that it is fairly common with weight loss surgery patients. I've heard others call it phantom fat syndrome, and that might even be a better way to put it. Now, I'm much better than I was 2 years ago, but even today, I have difficulty seeing myself as anything other than obese. So even like now when I go into like a new place, I still feel like I get like an anxiety, of course, because I feel like I'm gonna be the biggest person in the room, but I also feel I need to like scan the room for like to make sure that there's like a sturdy chair, make sure that you know, I still feel like I don't want to sit in a restaurant booth, or I panic at the thought of having to go to like a movie theater or concert and making that person next to me uncomfortable because I'm taking up, more space than they are. Um, Even though that's not the case anymore, but that's just, from dealing with that forever, I still feel that way. Um, so how does this have anything to do with relationships? Well, so I try looking at things from their perspective. And to those that care about you, your size was just one aspect. And at first, your change is different, but they can deal with that for the most part. Um, but there's other changes that you'll feel, and they're not prepared for it, and we might not have even prepared for it. And for me, I was obese as a young child, and being bullied for my weight and for being gay, it was like it ostracized me from my peers. So I grew up feeling that the only way people would like me is if I became a people pleaser. And that's me. I know other people might do things differently, but for me, I was like, be a good person, be polite, be generous, and like have good manners, and that was very like important to me. And so that carried on into my young adulthood and even to today for the most part. um, but what happens to those relationships that you built when you stop people pleasing? What happens when you start saying no? That is when I started noticing, things coming up. Was I going to sit on the sofa and watch movies all weekend? Or am I going to go work out? Are you going to go out for a night of drinking and fried foods at the bar with your friends? Or are you going to skip that and stay home to exercise, eat something healthy? And then how many times will you say no to those invitations before the invitations stop coming? How does your partner deal with the new reality? The person that they knew is now very different. So they need to adjust. Sometimes they don't want to adjust. Sometimes they can't adjust. So know that you are entitled to improve your health and you're entitled to be whoever you want to be. Um, but you also have to understand that the dynamics of your relationships will change. You're not the same person. And although we may feel that we are a much better version of the person that we were before, that's still not the person that your friends, family, coworkers, and so on are used to. You may not be able to go to the same lunch spots with your coworkers or eat your friend's buffalo chicken dip at the next office potluck. So they're going to feel some type of way about that. If you're anything like me, you'll discover your love for clothes and dress completely differently than you did before, or completely differently than your friends. You may become more confident, and others might feel insecure in comparison, which can lead to jealousy and conflict. Um, and as much as we don't like to admit it, society treats you very differently. Um, there's more opportunities at work. Um, People are much nicer to you than they were before. You may get more attention from the opposite sex or the same sex, and that can cause issues. So because I can go on for hours about this, I'll just stop now and just ask this question to you guys. And what can you do to prevent or help, with these relationship issues? And for me, it's talking. Talk to your friends about what they're feeling. Talk to your partner about what they're feeling. I think we kind of get like selfish through this process because it does become all about you for a while, and it should. You should definitely focus on yourself. But you're also getting attention from people everywhere, and that leaves your partner or friends feeling kind of left out through the process. So remember that those people that are closest to you were there from the beginning. So talk to them, let them know how you're, no, let them know that you're still there for them and that you aren't going to be leaving them behind. So yeah, that was my Greg talk for the week, and I look forward to doing it another topic next week. So have a good day.